Elisa Lam, The Elevator Mystery, February 19th, 2013. A maintenance worker climbed to the roof of a hotel in downtown Los Angeles after guests complained that the water had a strange taste and low pressure. What he discovered inside one of the hotel's water tanks shocked the entire world. The body belonged to a 21-year-old Canadian student named Elisa Lam. But that was only the beginning of the mystery. Just days before her death, a security camera had recorded Elisa inside an elevator. She stepped in, pressed several buttons, peeked nervously into the hallway, stepped out, walked back in, and appeared to gesture towards someone who was never seen on camera. The elevator doors refused to close for an unusually long time. When the footage was released online, millions of people began asking the same question. What was Elisa Lam running from? Or was she running from anyone at all? More than a decade later, people around the world still debate what really happened inside one of America's most infamous hotels. This is the mysterious case of Elisa Lam. Elisa Lam was born in Vancouver, Canada. She was known by her friends and family as a kind, intelligent and creative young woman. She loved books, photography, fashion and travel. Like many young people, she dreamed of exploring the world on her own. In early 2013, Elisa decided to travel across the west coast of the United States. She visited several cities and regularly updated her travel blog with photographs and personal experiences. Her parents stayed in contact with her almost every day. Everything appeared normal. Until she arrived in Los Angeles. Elisa checked into the Cecil Hotel, a historic building that had already gained a reputation because of its long and troubled past. Over the decades, the hotel had been linked to violent crimes, mysterious deaths, and notorious criminals. Although many tourists stayed there because it was inexpensive, the building already carried an unsettling reputation. During the first few days of her stay, Elisa explored the city alone. She visited bookstores, tourist attractions, and local shops. She continued posting updates online. Nothing suggested that anything was wrong. Then, without warning, she disappeared. When Elisa failed to contact her parents on the day she was supposed to, they immediately became worried. This was completely out of character for her. After repeated attempts to reach her failed, her family contacted the Los Angeles Police Department. A missing person investigation began. Police searched the hotel. They checked every hallway, every guest room, every emergency exit. Even trained search dogs were brought in. But there was no sign of Elisa Lam. It was as if she had simply vanished. Days turned into weeks. Investigators reviewed security footage from inside and outside the hotel. Then they found something that would capture the attention of the entire world. A surveillance camera inside one of the hotel's elevators had recorded Elisa Lam shortly before she disappeared. The footage was unlike anything investigators had expected. Elisa stepped into the elevator and pressed several buttons, but instead of closing, the elevator doors remained open. She looked into the hallway, then quickly stepped back inside. Moments later, she leaned out again as if checking whether someone was outside. She hid briefly near the side of the elevator door. Then she stepped into the hallway once more. She appeared to make unusual hand movements before walking away. The elevator doors finally closed. It was the last confirmed video of Elisa Lam alive. When police released the footage to the public in an effort to generate leads, millions of people watched it. Almost immediately, countless theories appeared online. Some believed Elisa was frightened by someone outside the elevator. Others thought she was talking to someone who never appeared on camera. Still others suggested there was something supernatural taking place. However, investigators found no evidence that another person appeared in the footage. As the search continued, hotel guests began making strange complaints. Several reported that the water pressure was unusually low. Others said the water had an unusual taste and smell. A maintenance worker was asked to inspect the rooftop water tanks. On February 19th, 2013, he climbed onto the roof and opened one of the large water tanks. Inside, he discovered Elisa Lam's body. The discovery shocked investigators, hotel staff, and people around the world. The question everyone asked was the same. How had she ended up inside a locked rooftop water tank? Police carefully examined the rooftop. They found no evidence of a violent struggle. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner later concluded that Elisa Lam's death was an accidental drowning. The official report also noted that there was no evidence of physical assault. Investigators also reviewed Elisa's medical history. According to the official findings, she had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and was prescribed medication. The report indicated that she may not have been taking all of her medication as prescribed during her trip. Medical experts explained that bipolar disorder can, in some situations, contribute to confusion, impaired judgment, or unusual behaviour. However, no one can know exactly what Elisa experienced in her final moments. Although the official investigation reached its conclusion, public debate did not end. The elevator video continued to spread across the internet, becoming one of the most discussed mystery videos ever recorded. To this day, people continue to watch the footage and ask the same question: what really happened inside the Cecil Hotel? Even after the investigation officially ended, the mystery refused to disappear. The elevator video continued to spread across YouTube, news channels, and social media. Millions of people watched the footage over and over again, searching for details they might have missed. Some viewers believed Elisa was hiding from someone. Others thought she was talking to a person who remained outside the camera's view. Still others suggested paranormal explanations because of the Cecil Hotel's dark history. However, investigators never found evidence confirming any of those theories. The official investigation concluded that Elisa Lamb's death was an accidental drowning, and there was no evidence that another person had directly caused her death. Even so, many people felt that not every question had been answered. Why did the elevator doors remain open for so long? What caused Elisa's unusual behaviour in those final recorded moments? Could every detail be fully explained? These questions continue to be discussed today. One thing is certain: the surveillance footage became one of the most famous mystery videos ever released. It transformed a missing person case into a worldwide discussion that continues more than a decade later. The story also reminded people of something important. When real-life tragedies become internet mysteries, it is easy to focus only on the unanswered questions. But behind every mystery is a real person. Elisa Lam was someone's daughter, someone's friend, a young woman with dreams, plans, and a future that was tragically cut short. Her case continues to be remembered not only because of the mysterious elevator footage, but also because it sparked conversations about mental health, public speculation, and the responsibility to separate confirmed facts from rumours. More than 10 years later, the questions remain, the video remains, and the mystery continues to fascinate people around the world. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy carefully researched true crime stories and unsolved mysteries based on verified information, don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you in the next mystery, because sometimes the biggest questions are the ones that never receive a complete answer.